Well, we got a first tonight. The Donettes wearing their white uniforms, I believe, unless they maybe wore them once at Twin Rivers. At least the first time at home this season here on January the 16th. First home game of the season for the Donettes. The starters for the Alton Lady Comets will be number 13, Haley Erickson, a 5'4 freshman. Chandra Hollis, a 5'6 senior. Jenna Woodside, a 5'8 junior. And Alex Mills, a 5'7 senior. And Kiana Freeze, and she is a 5'7 senior. And Alex Mills is the one that done most of the damage against the Donettes last Friday night. Alton will be in their blue uniforms trimmed in gold and white, and they're coached by Norm Hollis. For the Donettes and head coach Zach Moore, Brittany Ritter, a 5'3 senior. Abby Wilfong, a 5'5 junior. Callie Hill, a 5'11 senior. Shaylee Fickey, a 5'11 sophomore. And Sonora Mormon, a 5'8 senior. Rounds out the starting five for the Donettes. The Donettes in their white uniforms, trimmed in gold and black. And the Donettes will go from left to right here in the first half, and Alton will go from right to left. And before I forget, I do want to tell everybody that tomorrow night at Naylor, we will not be doing the boys' game. I got a hold of the principal down there today, and they have not got the phone line activated yet. So a no game tomorrow night, but if you get a chance, you might ought to go down and watch. That ought to be a good one between Naylor and the Dons, the battle for Ripley County down at Naylor tomorrow night. And also, I think I was told that they only have one team, no JV game, so I assume the varsity game will be at 6 o'clock. It will be Woodside jumping against Callie Hill. And we're ready to go here at Donovan. And the Donettes control the tip. Brittany Ritter with a basketball. Left wing to Callie Hill, baseline to Wilfong. Man-to-man defense by Alton. Cross court, Fickey. Back out front. But Brittany Ritter, and I heard her holler 5 out for the running the offense. Fickey's going to take it into the paint all the way to the hole, up off the glass and in. A good start for the Donettes. And that was a nice job. Fickey didn't stop and shoot a jump shot. She took it all the way to the basket. Erickson with the basketball. Gives it to Mills on the left wing. Donettes in a, I believe, a matchup zone. And Hollis is going to shoot one from the free throw line, and she banks it in. And that's one of my pet peeves in basketball. Can't stand that one, because I know she didn't mean to do that. Fickey on the right side, 2-2. Fickey stops at the free throw line. Her jumper no good. And Woodside gets the rebound for Alton. And we got a foul in the back court on Brittany Ritter. And that'll be our first foul tonight on either team. And if I remember right, when I was coming home from the Dons game at Twin Rivers last Friday night, I was actually listening to the Donettes game, and this Erickson, the 5'4 freshman, I think she had a really good game also. Alex Mills, jumper from just inside the free throw line, up and good, and that was a little bit too easy. And it makes it 4-2 Alton after the Donettes scored the first two. Now Alton's going to set up in the zone this trip. Sonora Mormon fakes the shot. Fall-away jumper from 6, no good. Callie Hill battling for the rebound, but she can't handle it, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Alton's basketball. We'll talk about what's coming up for the Dons and the Donettes next week here on KYEC at halftime. Hollis has it on the right wing. And the Donettes are playing a zone, and Mills is going to fire a 3, no good, and Brittany Ritter's going to get the rebound for the Donettes. Looking up the floor with her head up, she keeps her dribble alive. Now she picks it up out near midcourt. Right wing, Callie Hill open for 3, no good. Ball tipped around, and Shaylee Fickey runs it down in the corner. Gives it to Brittany Ritter on the left wing. She'll dribble back out front against the man-to-man defense. She's guarded by Erickson. Out to Fickey on the left wing. Out front, Hill open again. Fakes the 3. She takes it into the paint, and the ball's kicked. No call, but it stays with the Donettes. Usually they call a kick there, but maybe since the Donettes kept possession, they didn't call it. Ball in the paint to Fickey. Bounces down low to Wilfong. Goes up for the shot. Well, it looked like she got fouled there. No call, and the rebound comes out to Lady Comets. Erickson up ahead. Mills on the left wing. Fakes, gets Fickey in the air, bounces down low to Woodside. She misses a shot. Ball tipped out, and Ritter will run it down on the wing. 4-2. Alton on top with 5.5 minutes to go. Fickey a jumper from 15. It's no good. Boy, quick shot by the Donettes that time. She was open, but Mills quickly back into the front court and tries to throw it in the paint. It's batted away by Sonora Mormon, picked up by Fickey. Into the front court, Brittany Ritter has it on the left wing. Bounces it down low to Callie Hill. She's tied up there by Woodside. Free throw line to Fickey. She's going to take it in inside the free throw line. Missed the jumper. And a tie ball on the rebound. And I think it will belong to Alton. As the Donettes got the opening tip. I think that time Fickey probably should have shot the jump shot at the free throw line, but she dribbled up to the defense. But you can't fault her for trying to take it to the hole. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Alton leads 4-2. Mills left wing, cross court in the corner. Hollis, she's going to shoot a long two, no good, air ball. And Woodside throws it back in off of Callie Hill. And it will be Alton's basketball underneath their own basket. And her first substitution, Jordan Edwards, a 5'8" senior, comes in for Alton. By the way, the Donettes won the JV game tonight, 39-31. Mills inbounds in the corner to Erickson. She dribbles to the wing, gives it back to Mills. Fakes the three, into the paint. Runner up, no good, but she's fouled by Sonora Mormon. And it'll be Alex Mills shooting 2 free throws. She is a 5'7" senior. A lot of seniors and juniors on Coach Hollis's ball club. Mills at the free throw line, and she knocks it in. I would think she's probably one that you don't want to send to the free throw line very much. I remember from last year when we went to Alton. Second shot good. She has 4 points, and Alton leads 6-2. And Erickson checks out, and Kelsey Benson, a 5'4" junior, checks in, and that name sounds familiar around here. Her dad was the head coach here at Doniphan for a while on the boys' side, Shane Benson. Ritter double teamed in the back court, throws it away. Picked up by Mills, and then Mills throws it right back away. And Callie Hill gets it, and she'll bring it up the floor. Passes way up ahead to Wilfong. Down low to Fickey, catches, shot up and good. Nice job by the Donettes. Fickey comes from the left side and shot it on the right side, but great ball movement, great pass by Abby Wilfong. 6-4, Donettes trail by 2. Mills at the free throw line. They collapse on her, ball knocked away, but it goes right to Hollis. Hollis down into the paint, and she bounces down low. Double team there is Woodside. Splits the double team and puts it up no good. Offensive rebound underneath by Edwards, and she misses the shot, and the Donettes get the rebound. Chance to tie, possibly take the lead with a 3. Hill fakes the 3, dribbles to the baseline. Back out to Ritter on the wing, and she'll come back out front and reset the offense. She passes it right side to Wilfong, right back to Ritter. Lobs free throw line to Fickey, out to Hill. Doesn't take the shot, back to Ritter, and the Donettes being patient here. They trail 6-4. 3:35 left in the first quarter. Bounces to Fickey at the free throw line, ball knocked away. She's double teamed, triple teamed, and then she's tied up by Hollis as she had that ball down around her knees and her waist, and you've got to get that ball up over your head. Donettes will keep it here on the alternating possession. Wilfong inbounds it to Brittany Ritter. Dribbles out between the circles. Left wing to Hill. Down on the baseline. Sonora Mormon's open from about 10, and she knocks it in. And we're tied at 6. 3:15 left in the first quarter. Alton Lady Comets, Kelsey Benson will run the point now. Dribbles up, gives it left wing to Edwards. She throws it cross court way too high for Chandra Hollis, and it goes out of bounds up into the crowd. And the Donettes will get it on the turnover with a chance to take the lead. Down low, Wilfong tries to hit Sonora Mormon, overshoots her, and Alex Mills is running it up the floor. Into the paint, ball knocked away, loose on the floor. Sonora Mormon dives for it, still has it, and finally gets it off to Callie Hill without traveling. Ritter reverse dribble, goes down and tries to bounce on the other side to Fickey, and that was trying to thread the needle a little bit too much. Erickson will check back in for Alton, and she replaces Alex Mills, and also Woodside comes out. And number 32, Shelby Cooper, a 5'9" junior, comes in. .241 left in the first quarter. Low scoring quarter here, 6-6. Donettes and the Alton Lady Comets. Erickson left wing to Edwards. Now on the baseline to Hollis. Hollis goes back to the wings. They switch places. Out front to Benson. Bounces free throw line to Erickson. Now in the corner, Cooper. She's cut off. She's going to turn and shoot it anyway and almost got it to go. Offensive rebound by Edwards as she outworked the Donettes there. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. The last touch by Callie Hill of the Donettes. And that shot almost went in by Cooper. And she was covered up with two people and still almost made it falling away on the baseline. Benson will inbound it. Gets it into Hollis on the right wing. In the corner to Benson. Foreman gets out on her. They bring it back out front and they'll reset. Erickson out front against the Donettes 2-3 zone. And Fickey, one of the taller girls for the Donettes, on the front of that zone. And Alton turns it over again. Benson tried to get it to Hollis over on the left side, and she couldn't handle the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So 2 minutes left. Donettes again with a chance to take the lead. Wilfong cross court to Callie Hill. She takes it in, stops, pops, no good. And battle for the rebound, and Sonora Mormon does a nice job throwing it off of Cooper. And Alex Mills is going to come back in, and she replaces Chandra Hollis. Be Donette's ball underneath. Wilfong to inbound it. Right underneath the Sonora Mormon, puts it up, missed it. And the rebound comes down to Edwards. They'll give it to Erickson. Throws up in the left wing to Mills. Thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Now Fickey out on her. Gives it back to Edwards. Edwards cross court, and she overshoots Erickson. That's a couple times Edwards has made a bad pass trying to throw a cross court pass. And both teams turning it over a lot here in the first quarter. Callie Hill on the right wing. Bounces back out front to Ritter between the circles. Now she bounces left side to Wilfong. In the paint to Fickey. Turns over her left shoulder. Shot up and good. Fickey was 6 of the 8 points for the Donettes, and she is playing on the free throw line. And she's gotten it in there several times. And the Donettes lead it 8-6. Edwards. And by the way, Alton did win the championship of the Liberty Invitational Tournament last night, or at least that's what I heard, over Liberty, the home team. Mills open for a three-pointer. Shot up, no good, and they're going to call a foul on Fickey. And they always give them three shots on it, and it's after the shot. Oh, actually, he didn't. That was a good call right there. They're going to take it out of bounds. It was after the shot. And the foul was on Shaylee Fickey. That is her second and the third team foul on the Donettes. Alton yet to commit a foul. Yeah, the Donettes playing still in that zone, and right now it's working pretty good. Alton's had some problems with it. Erickson's dribbling out near midcourt. They may go for the last shot here. We still got 35 seconds to go. Now she gives it to Edwards as they play catch out front. Her now to Benson out near the center court circle. She'll hand it to Mills. And Fickey comes out on her, but I think I'd just stay back and let them hold it if they want to. Worst they can do is be down by one if they hit a three-pointer. She's just holding it on her hip. Now Fickey and Ritter back off. Coach Moore told them back off. And Mills in the corner to Benson, and the ball goes right through her hands with 5.8. I don't think she was ready for the pass there, and Mills is holding out her hands, and what in the world, why did you not catch that? Donette's going to have to hurry. They get it in, and they throw it away, and it's picked up in the backcourt by Cooper. She looks up at the clock, fires it up, and no good at the buzzer. So the Donettes keep a 2-point lead, 8-6 at the end of the first quarter. Low-scoring quarter, but the Donettes are on top, 8-6. We will take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with more Donettes basketball on the station where you exclusively hear Dons and Donettes basketball, KYEC 88.3 FM.
High school sports takes determination and hard work to be successful. Our Donovan athletes strive for this every season. Davis True Value knows that same determination and hard work is their goal every day. Service to the customer with great values makes Davis True Value the store of first choice and home to first choice rentals for all those supplies and tools you just need once in a while. Help is just around the corner is more than just a saying. It is Davis True Value's goal every day. Davis True Value has everything you need around the house, like household goods, hardware, paints, and supplies, and everything you need for the lawn and garden. Davis True Value is where help is just around the corner.
Good athletes respect both teams as they enter the competition and maintain self-discipline and poise during and after the contest. When the game is executed with integrity, players feel encouraged by one another and take satisfaction in the fact that the event was fairly played. Edwards Funeral Home in Donovan proudly supports the Donovan Dons and Donettes sports program and promotes these simple rules of good sportsmanship. Play fair, stay positive, be a team player.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Keith Bowman back at Donovan High School. After one quarter, the Donettes lead Alton 8-6. Coach Hollis brings his starters back out. Hollis, Freeze, Erickson, Mills, and let's see, Woodside. Donettes still have their starting five out there of Ritter, Fickey, Mormon, Wilfong, and Callie Hill. And Ritter almost gets a steal there. She deflects the ball out of bounds. And the zone has definitely worked here in the first quarter for the Donettes, and it's beginning. It seemed to be working here at the start of the second quarter. They penetrate, kick it out to Mills for a three, and she misses it, and Callie Hill gets the rebound. I think Coach Moore's decided he's going to make Alton beat him from the outside, and I think he thinks they might not be able to do that. Fickey with the ball, puts it on the floor, kicks it out to Hill. Back up front to Ritter, now to Wilfong. Baseline to Sonora Mormon, dribbles baseline, goes up, and for the shot, and she is fouled by Kiana Freeze, and I believe, we'll see. We'll see whether she's shooting or not. And there are two shots coming for Sonora Mormon. And she puts the first one up and in. That is Mormon's third point. She has 3, and Shaylee Fickey has the other 6. Donettes lead 9-6, and this one in and out. And Freeze gets the rebound for Alton. Gives the ball to Erickson. Erickson, a 5'4" freshman, running the point for Alton. Gives it left wing to Woodside. Bounces in the paint to Mills, and she gets around to defense. Missed the shot. And Callie Hill with the rebound for the Donettes. Ritter cuts back into the center of the floor. Bounces it right side to Callie Hill. Hill looking in the middle. Gets it to Fickey right elbow. Back out to Ritter. Ritter throws in the corner right side to Callie Hill. Takes it into the paint. Little runner up with the left hand. Nice move, but the shot won't go. Good move there by Callie Hill. Alton gets it up ahead to Mills on the right wing. She's going to take it in, elevate, shot no good, and the ball tipped around, and it's going to be rebounded by Freeze, and she'll hand it to Erickson. So Alton will keep possession here with 6:05 to go in the first half. Donettes leading 9-6. Alex Mills at the right elbow doesn't take the shot. She passes out and gets it right back and goes in. Her shot no good, and she's going to get her own rebound, go up again, and put it in. The Donettes doing a good job, but they got to get that rebound when they miss. Pass up ahead to Fickey underneath, hands it to Hill, and she's going to be tied up. And it'll be Donettes' ball on the alternating possession. Fickey should have shot that one. She caught it right underneath. Might have got it blocked, but she might have made it. Fickey with a short jumper, no good. Freeze rebounds for Alton. Donettes still up by 1, 9-8. Erickson goes behind the back, nice move, and she passes underneath to Woodside, and she lays it in. That was a nice move by the freshman. And Alton takes a 1-point lead, now some full court pressure. Donettes break it, get into the front court. Sonora Mormon stops on the right wing, gives it to Fickey, out to Ritter. She will reset the offense, and they're doing a nice job when they don't. Last night they shot a lot of bad shots, but tonight they're being patient and working the ball a little bit more before they just throw up shots. Callie Hill, and she throws a bad pass, but Wilfong may save it. She does, but she throws it right to Alex Mills. Mills coming down the floor. She's going to take it all the way to the hole. Shot up, no good. Fickey with a rebound. And she hands it to Ritter. We're almost halfway through the second quarter, and our score's 10-9. Low scoring. Bounce in the paint to Fickey. Turn around jumper, no good, and she's going to be fouled. The official dropped the whistle out of his mouth when he started to blow it, and the Alton fans don't like the call. He dropped the whistle. And Fickey's going to get to shoot 2 shots. The Alton fans don't like it, but it took him a minute to get the whistle back in his mouth. That foul was on Freeze, her second. And that'll send Shaylee Fickey to the free throw line. 4:40 left in the first half. And Fickey's free throw in and out and back in. She has 7. As Roberts comes back in for Alton, as does Benson. And Sonora Mormon's going to get a rest for the Donettes as Haley Beal comes in. And Ficky's second shot on the way, and it's good. And the Donettes go back on top 11-10. Erickson holds up the fist. Donettes still in a 2-1-2 zone. Hollis thought about the three, didn't take it. On the left wing, back out front to Benson. Benson dribbles to the head of the key and bounces on the right side to Erickson. Didn't take the shot, back to Benson. Now to Hollis, she is going to shoot the three. It's no good, and a long rebound is going to be picked up by Callie Hill. And the Donettes making them shoot them outside shots for the most part, and they have not been able to hit them. Ball Ficky at the free throw line. Out to Beal. And she got away. No, she didn't get away with it. She traveled there. One of the Alton Lady Comets got a hand on the ball when she dribbled it, and she drug her pivot foot there about 3 foot. I thought she was going to get away with it, but they called it. Alton with the ball back, trailing the Donettes 11-10. Benson, right side to Hollis. Hollis on the right wing. Dribbles back out towards the front. Now reverses, goes back to the baseline. Bounces to Woodside, and her pass is stolen by Brittany Ritter. Ritter into the front court, bounces down to Ficky, lays it up and in. Nice job. Beautiful bounce pass from Brittany Ritter, and Ficky caught it in stride and didn't have to put it on the floor and laid it in, and it's 13-10 Donettes. Roberts gives it to Hollis on the left wing. Alton being patient here, but they've still been throwing it away some after being patient. Hollis going to try another three. This is way off, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Alton. Woodside tried to save it in bounds, but she couldn't get there in time. So a 2-2-1 full court press by Alton, and Beal loses it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Brittany Ritter. That ball went right through Beal's hands. 3:08 left in the first half. The Donettes lead 13-10. That's more like a first quarter score, or maybe part of the way through the first quarter. But the Donettes have the lead, and that's the main thing. Benson dribbles double teamed on the baseline. Good pass to Woodside. She missed the shot. And on the rebound, we got a tie ball, and this one will belong to Alton. Donettes double teamed Benson down there, and they left Woodside wide open. She missed an easy shot there. As Sonora Mormon checks back in for Haley Beal. Benson will inbound underneath her own basket. Gets it into Hollis on the left wing. She'll throw it back out front to Benson. Back to Hollis. There's daring her to shoot. She wouldn't shoot it that time. 2:45 left as Erickson penetrates to the free throw line. Now down in the corner to Hollis. Hollis bounces back out front to Benson. Back to Hollis. She's open again. She's going to penetrate into the lane. Over to Benson. Good defense by the Donettes. Benson's going to fire a three. High arcing shot, way short. And a rebound to Brittany Ritter of the Donettes. She lets the traffic clear, dribbles right side, and gives it to Callie Hill. She's open for a three. It's no good, but Shaylee Ficky's going to get the rebound. Back out front to Ritter. She's open from the head of the key. Shot up and good. It was a long two for Brittany Ritter. And it's a 5-point lead for the Donettes here with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the first half. And they have really got Alton confused with this zone. It seemed like to me, Alton looks like they, right now, there's still a lot of game to go, and the Donettes with another steal. And there's going to be a foul on Jenna Woodside. I mean, we're talking about the team that won the Liberty Invitational Tournament with some awfully good teams in it. Mills checks back in for Hollis. That foul was on, I think it was on Woodside. That's her first, and the third team foul. Hill dribbles through the defense, hands it back to Ritter. Ritter will back it back out, gives it to Callie Hill. Hill had Mormon open, cross court to Wilfong. She's open from about 6 feet, it's short, and Mills gets the rebound. Mills rushes it up the floor, trying to beat the Donettes back. Dribbles left elbow in the corner to Benson. Benson penetrates, and we got a foul on Ficky. And that's not a good foul. That's only 2, but still yet, they weren't going anywhere with that play. 14 fouls on the Donettes. Doesn't look like either team's going to get in the bonus here in the first half. 15-10 Donette lead with 1:26 left in the first half. Mills to inbound it. Throws it in. She was throwing it to Woodside. Woodside missed it. Mills three-pointer in the corner, no good. And Roberts pushed off there. Benson's going to shoot it from the head of the key, and it's good. That was a 2 for Kelsey Benson. 15-12, now full court pressure and a bad pass picked off. Benson gives it to Erickson, goes in, puts it up, no good, but we got a blocking foul on Abby Wilfong. So that little bit of pressure there caused some problems for the Donettes. Ritter got kind of in a bad spot there, double teamed. You got to pass that before you get to the double team. It's 15-12. As Beals checking back in for the Donettes, and she is replacing Abby Wilfong. And it's Haley Erickson at the free throw line. She makes the first one. And that gets Alton back within 2 points at 15-13 with 1:03 left in the first half. That's Erickson's first point in the game. And this one's good also. They are 4 of 4 at the free throw line, and Donettes 3 of 4. Full court pressure again. Ritter is going to get around it this time into the front court. Down low to Fickey. Fickey will throw it back out front to Ritter. She didn't have anything. Ritter bounces the ball to Callie Hill on the right wing. Cross court picked off by Mills, and she is 1 on 3, and she's going to take it all the way. She walked, got away with it, got her own rebound, put it up, missed it. Ball tipped around, and Erickson's going to bring it back out front. Yep, she got away with the travel there. 30 seconds left, and now it looks like they're going to go for the last shot again like they did in the first quarter. So Erickson's just dribbling out near midcourt. When they done it at the end of the first quarter, they threw the ball away. We'll see what happens here. 17 seconds left. The Donettes just content to stay back in the zone. They've got the lead. Even if they score here, they're only going to be 1 or 2 down at half. Erickson dribbles up to the head of the key. They got to stay on Mills. She's probably going to shoot it. She does, and the shot partially blocked by Sonora Mormon. Oh, and they give it to the Donettes. I guess because she forced the shot on up. So the Donettes get it here. As long as they don't throw it away underneath their basket, they're going to get it. They're going to have the lead. Inbounds to Brittany Ritter, and that's going to be the end of the first half. But the Donettes hold a 15-14 lead in a very low-scoring game here against the Alton Lady Comets. That zone is being effective for the Donettes, and they hold a 1-point lead over Alton at the half, 15-14. So we will take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back to run down the first half scoring for you and talk a little bit about what the Dons and Donettes have coming up next week. So stay with us here on KYEC. Well, we got started a little bit early. They took some time off the clock, and Hollis has put Alton back ahead, and they get another steal. Mills going in one-on-one with Ritter, and Ritter fouls her, and it'll be a 2-shot foul. So Alton off to a quick start here in the second half. It's both times the Donettes, the first time the Donettes got a couple of shots down there but couldn't get them to fall, and then they turned it over, and a layup by Hollis puts them back up 16-15. And Mills at the free throw line, and they have yet to miss. They are 5 out of 5 as she knocks in the first one. She's got 7 points to lead the Lady Comets, and it's 17-15. That is their biggest lead of the game. And this one, nothing but net. Man, they don't want to put them on the free throw line. I can see that right now. They're in that full court pressure. Ritter's going to dribble through it this time. Up the right side. Stops on the right wing. Bounces it to Fickey at the head of the key. Now she'll give it back to Ritter, and they'll reset. Bounce pass to Fickey at the free throw line. Out to Callie Hill. Going to take it into the lane, up with the left hand. Good shot by Callie Hill. She tried that earlier in the game, but it just wasn't quite go, but it did this time. And it's 18-17. And Alton is trying to speed the game up here as they throw the ball up into the front court, but the Donettes done a nice job of getting back. Erickson in the corner. Back out front to Hollis. Over to Mills. She's going to fire three. No good. And a rebound foul going to be called on Woodside. That's her second. And a first-team foul. So the Donettes have Ritter, Wilfong, Mormon, Hill, and Fickey. And it's Erickson, Hollis, Mills, Woodside, and Freeze on the floor for Alton. And we got a hand-checking foul on the Erickson in the back court. And it was a good thing because Brittany Ritter was headed the wrong way. She was dribbling back towards the Alton basket there, probably up around 6 or 7 on the 10-second count. Ritter again dribbles through the defense. Hands it to Hill through her hands, but it goes to Fickey on the baseline. She hands it back to Hill on the wing. She's going to fire a three. Looks good. Oh, a little bit short. And on the rebound, whoa, Abby Wilfong, I think, got away with a foul there. Coach Hollis was hot at the end of the first half there and got an explanation from the referees on that last shot that I said I thought was out. A blocked shot and went out off of the Donettes. Fickey goes in. Her shot's blocked by Freeze. And Alton gets it back. Woodside gives the ball to Erickson. Again, they're trying to speed the game up. She runs into the front court. Out in the corner to Mills, and she travels as she makes a move to the basket. And that'll give it back to the Donettes. We've played almost 2 minutes here in the second half. Donettes have scored 2, and Alton has 4, and they've got a 1-point lead. Donettes break the press. They get it down low to Fickey. She's open from 6 feet, no good. Well, wish she'd take that ball to the hole right there. And a pass to Mills. She wasn't looking, but she turned around just in time as some of the fans hollered that the ball was coming to her. So Mills gets at the free throw line, so they're going to have to watch getting it into her. And they get it to her at the free throw line. She kicks it out to Hollis. A three-pointer by Hollis, way short, and air ball is going to go out of bounds off the Donettes. So Alton will inbound under their own basket. 1-point lead for the Lady Comets. Very low-scoring game, but I think that's the way Coach Moore wanted it to be tonight. And at least they've done a good job of keeping the score down. And that 2-1-2 zone defense is really give Alton some problems. Hollis gives it in the corner to Erickson. In the paint, Freeze wide open, lays it up too hard. And the rebound got back by Freeze. 3 Donettes had their hands on it and couldn't bring it in. And Freeze gets her first bucket. Makes it 20-17 Alton. As Ritter dribbles all the way down to the right wing. She'll bring it back out front. And she's going to be tied up by Erickson. And it will belong to Alton on the alternating possession. So some of the things the Donettes weren't doing in the first half that were not good, they're starting to do here in the second half. And they fell behind here only by 3. But when you haven't scored very many points, it's kind of hard to come back. Erickson open in the corner for the jumper. It's good, and it's going to be a 2. They said she was on the line. Now it's a 5-point lead. That's the biggest lead for the Lady Comets. Full court pressure. Wilfong gets it to the elbow to Fickey. Hands it out to Ritter. They back off of her three-pointer, up and good. Brittany Ritter knocks in the 3. 22-20 Alton. One of the Lady Comets fell down, slipped down, and it left Ritter wide open. Ball in the paint to Woodside. She gets it up and in, and they're starting to get that ball in the middle of the paint. The Donettes aren't collapsing like they were. Oh, beautiful. Well, that was almost a beautiful pass from Ritter to Fickey, but it was about 2 foot out in front of her. She was getting ready to shoot a layup, but she couldn't haul it in. So the Donettes turn it over with 4:05 left in the third quarter. They trail 24-20. As I said, Alton's starting to get that ball in the middle of the zone. As the Donettes are, well, Woodside is just wide open there in the middle. I don't know why they didn't pass it to her, but they didn't. Mills dribbles over to the left side with it. Gives it to Erickson on the wing. Back to Mills out front. Mills puts it on the floor. She goes into the paint. Runner up off the glass and good. And they are starting to go a little bit here. That's 10 points for Mills. It's 26-20 and a bad pass picked off by Mills. Ritter throws it away. Mills scores. And we're going to have a timeout call by Coach Moore. Alton has definitely speeded the game up here in the third quarter. And they take an 8-point lead. 3:26 left. It's full timeout, so we'll take a 60-second break. And we'll be back. Stay with us.
High school sports help strengthen communities through the spirit of the game. Players and fans united to represent their community to the best of their ability. Athletes, enjoy this opportunity. You may not realize it now, but this is the best time of your life. Study hard, practice with purpose, and represent your community with pride and humility. You have parents, friends, teachers, businesses, and hundreds of others supporting you, including your friends at Current River Ford, located on Smith Drive in Donovan. Current River Ford is proud of our local community and wants to continue to show support for hometown and hometown team.
Back to the play-by-play of Donovan basketball with Keith Bowman.
Well, the Alton Lady Comets has definitely picked up the intensity here in the third quarter. They only had 14 points in the entire first half. They've scored 14 already in less than 5 minutes of the third quarter. Vicky, cross court, Ritter open again. Puts it on the floor as Hollis got back on her. And bouncing the corner to Sonora Mormon. We're going to have a foul on Jenna Woodside. That will be her third. And Jordan Edwards is going to come in. Probably coming in for Woodside, who's got 3 fouls. But Alton leads it by 8. The Donettes have only scored 5 compared to the 14 by Alton. They have running the ball up the floor, and they have just sped up the Donettes. A jumper by Sonora Mormon, no good. And Alex Mills is really starting to play here in the second half. Beautiful pass to Freeze, and she catches and she missed the layup. And Vicky gets the rebound. Donettes dodge a bullet there. That was a beautiful pass from Alex Mills. And Freeze, the big girl, beat the Donettes back down the floor, and that sounds more like what happened last night. Vicky at the free throw line, and it's knocked away and fouled, called on Erickson. Kelsey Benson comes in, and she replaces Erickson. That's 2 fouls on Erickson, and that is 4 team fouls on Alton. Inbounds pass to Ritter, thought about the 3, didn't take it. Got Hill open in the corner, but didn't get it to her in time to get the shot off. Back to Ritter. She'll dribble back to the center of the floor. Gives it to Fickey at the free throw line. She turns, squares up, shoots the shot, no good. Sonora Mormon with a good rebound and puts it in. 5 points for Sonora Mormon. 28-22, Alton on top with 2:22 left in the third quarter. Hollis gets it to Mills at the right elbow. She turns and faces up, misses a shot. Long rebound, Sonora Mormon's got it. Gets into the front court, and she passes cross court to Brittany Ritter. Alton done a nice job on their transition defense getting back. Fickey at the free throw line. Out to Hill on the right wing. Hill dribbles one time, back to Fickey. She's open again on the free throw line, no good. Well, I wish she'd put that ball on the floor and take it to the hole. I mean, they're leaving her open, but she might draw some fouls. Mills, right wing. Back to Hollis, out front to Benson. Benson directing traffic, bounces it back to Hollis on the right wing. Back out front to Benson. In the lane to Mills, and she's going to put it up, and she's fouled. And when they move the ball side to side, when they turn it back to the head of the key quickly, Mills is wide open in the middle there. Donettes are starting to move a little slower like they did last night. And you don't want to send Alex Mills to the free throw line. She is 4 out of 4 so far, and she is not hitting anything but the net and just barely hitting it. She's got 13 points. As number 23, Ashlyn Huffstedler, 5'9" sophomore, comes in, along with Shelby Cooper for Alton. Donettes have 2 team fouls, and Mills makes both free throws, and they are 8 of 8 at the free throw line. Ritter double teamed in the back court, dribbles it in the front court again. She's dribbling through that press. If they ever get her trapped, she's pretty short and they have a hard time getting it up. But Will Fong, bad pass. She throwed it right into the hand of Mills. She's one-on-one with Ritter, and she goes down, lays it in, and Ritter fouls her. Well, if you're going to foul her right there, you got to make sure that they don't make the shot. That's the 3rd foul on Ritter. And Mills is really starting to go now. She had 6 points at halftime. She got 10 points in this quarter. And the lead is 10 with a chance to make it 11, and it's good. 17 points for Alex Mills. Brittany Ritter checks out with those 3 fouls, and Shyland Aaron comes in. Inbounds pass comes to Aaron. He double teamed in the corner, gets it in the middle of the floor to Hill. Up to Sonora Mormon. They got a 3-on-2 if she hurries. Takes it in. He's going to put the little runner up, and it falls in. I think she probably should have passed that to Ficky on the left side, but they got lucky and it fell in. Minute to go in the third. It's 33-24 Alton. Huffstedler gives it to Benson. Left side to Roberts. Cross court to Huffstedler. Dribbles to the baseline. She's cut off by Hill. Back to Benson. Benson will dribble back out front. They may go for the last shot again. A bad pass there, but it somehow or another got to Mills. To Huffstedler. Down low to Cooper. Fall away jumper up. No good, but inside position there for Jordan Edwards, and she puts it up and in. The Donettes, I'm telling you, this is beginning to look more like last night all the time. Not blocking out, playing any defense. And I know they've played a lot of games, but they are young, and Alton's played almost as many as they have in the same amount of days. So we have a foul called on Kelsey Benson. And Alex Mills is going to get a rest here. Coach Hollis is going to rest her probably here till the start of the fourth quarter. We only got 23 seconds left in the third. Shyland Aaron gives the ball to Callie Hill. She's going to shoot a 3. It's short. And the rebound is loose on the floor, picked up by Huffstedler out near midcourt. And she double dribbled the basketball. 35-24. Alton has scored 21 this quarter to the Donettes 9. Thicky. Oh, she had it knocked away. She had Hill wide open. And Benson, nice heads-up play there to shoot it from midcourt. Knew how much time was on the clock, but it didn't go. But Alton has taken over the lead here, 35-24 at the end of 3 quarters. So stay with us. We'll be back after this 1-minute break on KYEC 88.3 FM.
Brad Smith of Bradco is a proud supporter of the Donovan sports program. He's 100% behind the teams. Did you know that Bradco is more than just new construction? They also do seamless guttering. Bradco is known for their construction work, plus they have rental properties. Brad Smith is busy helping our community. Brad has added more to his business. Bradco can owner finance homes along with loans under $500. All this is what they do, but mostly Bradco and Brad Smith are working with the community to make it a better place for the kids. Brad Smith at 429-2603.
Keith Bowman back at Donovan High School, and we got started here in the quarter, and the Donettes almost turned it over, so Coach Moore had to call a timeout there. They actually retained possession, but he thought they weren't going to, so he called a timeout to retain possession. But we're in the fourth quarter, just underway, and Alton has bounced back here in the second half to turn a 1-point halftime deficit into an 11-point lead. And the Donettes will have the basketball, and they send out Ritter, Hill, Ficky, Mormon, and Wilfong. And it'll be Woodside, Erickson, Mills, Freeze, and Hollis. As Ritter over on the left side, out front to Hill. Takes a shot down into the paint, runs into Freeze, puts it up with the left hand, no good. That was still a good try there. I like the way she's using that left hand tonight. And Alton's going to throw it away. Erickson tried to get it to Hollis up in the front court, and it goes through her hands out of bounds. Alton's going to set up in that 2-2-1 full court press. That is what has got them back, got the lead back for them here in the third quarter. And Hill inbounding it, gets it into Ritter. Ritter again will dribble through the press. Erickson on her pretty closely. That's 13 guarding 13. Alton in a man-to-man. And the pass over on the side is going to go out of bounds. And they said it was last touch by Abby Wilfong. Looked like the Alton player hit it, but evidently Wilfong touched it last. Well, even at 35-24, we have a low-scoring game here. 7:15 to go in the ball game. Alton up by 11. Coach Hollis holds up 2 fingers. The Donettes have gone back man-to-man, and they're going to run a weave out front. And the Donettes will have to watch for backdoor layups here for sure. Erickson hands it off to Mills. She's going to take it into the paint. Goes in, shot up, and good, and she's fouled. And they're going to count it for Alex Mills. And she is putting on a show here in the second half. That's 13 points here in the second half. And she is also 2, 4, 6, 7 out of 7 at the free throw line. And Mills' free throw, boy, I'm telling you, she doesn't even hardly wrinkle the net when she makes that. That's 20 points. And it's a 14-point lead, the biggest lead of the night for Alton, 38-24. Ritter dribbles right side. Out front to Hill, it goes through her hands, picked back up by Fickey. Well, the Donettes are butterfingers right now. You have a hard time holding on to it. And a jumper by Sonora Mormon from the left side's good. She's got 9 points, and it's 38-26. Donettes still got time to come back here, but they got to do something positive here, and they get it on a turnover as Erickson got the ball caught on her leg. She's called for a double dribble. And we have, let's see, Cooper coming back in for Alton. She replaces Freeze. And Sonora Mormon has it knocked away, and they're going to get a layup. It's going to be Mills, wide open, lays it up and in. Well, she always seems to be on the scoring end of those plays. And I think she was the one that knocked it away, and then she took off to the other end. 40-26. 6:05 left in the game. Ritter being guarded by Erickson, takes it into the paint, hands it to Wilfong. Wilfong bounces it over to Shaylee Fickey. Goes baseline, stops, goes up, and we're going to have a foul on Chandra Hollis. And it'll be a 2-shot foul. Donettes finally get to go back to the free throw line here. It'll be Shaylee Fickey. She's leading the Donettes in scoring tonight with 10. And her free throw is good. Boy, she has really improved her free throw shooting over last year. I remember she really struggled last year. We have Edwards and Benson coming back in. And Cooper and I think it was Hollis checked. No, Hollis is still in there. I don't know. But Fickey made both free throws. She's got 12, and it's 40-28. Woodside came back in. Benson and Woodside. Okay, we got it right now. Man-to-man defense. They run that weave out front. Hollis hands it to Mills out near midcourt. Mills just dribbling out near the volleyball line. Dribbles over to the left side, picks up her dribble, hands it to Hollis. Hollis dribbles down, back out to Benson on the left wing. I got a feeling they're not going to shoot here unless they get a layup or a really good shot, unless it's Mills. Mills hands it off to Benson. And Benson, I think, got away with a little travel there. She picks up her dribble and gets it to Hollis. She's open from the free throw line, puts it up, no good. And the ball batted around, and it goes right to Woodside. And Robertson, she misses the easy shot. And then we got a foul on Woodside. Donettes dodged a bullet there. That's 4 fouls on Woodside. And it'll be a 1-and-1, so that's good for the Donettes. Have a chance to get back in the ball game here, maybe with that clock not running. And it's going to be Callie Hill shooting as Haley Erickson comes back in, and she'll replace Woodside, who's got 4 fouls. Callie Hill only with 2 points tonight for the Donettes. Her free throw is good. Donettes are 6 of 7. They just haven't been there much, and that's still not as good as Alton. And now they're 7 of 8 as she makes the second one. Alton 10 out of 10 from the free throw line tonight. Most of those by Alex Mills, but a couple by Haley Erickson. 40-30, the lead down to 10 as they continue to run that weave out front. Hollis got away with a travel there, and then they're going to call a foul on the Donettes. calling on Sonora Mormon. Coach Moore jumped up, and he did miss the walk. There was no doubt about that, but hard to see what 10 people are doing with 2 out there. Mills will inbound it. That was a 15 foul on the Donettes, and Erickson gets too far under the basket, and she still almost made it. And the rebound comes down to Brittany Ritter. She reverses her dribble, goes over to the left side. Down low, Hill gonna put it on the floor, goes up for the shot, no, missed it, and Mills with the rebound. Again, the Donettes getting good shots, and uh-oh, they got a 5-on-2. Mills goes down, bounces it to Hollis, out to Benson. Now over to Erickson. Donettes done a nice job getting back there. It was a 5-on-2, and they ended up not even getting a shot off, so they bring it back out, and they'll run the weave again. Halfway through the fourth quarter, got 4 minutes left in the game. Mills gives the ball to Chandra Hollis. Over on the left side. In the corner goes to Roberts. Roberts dribbles back and hands it back to Hollis. Now to Mills between the circles. 3:45 left in the game. And Callie Hill's going to foul Alex Mills. That's Hill's second foul. And that's still not in the 1-and-1. The next one will put him in the bonus. That's 16 fouls. They're checking with the scores table, make sure it's not a 1-and-1. That's 16 fouls. Mills inbounds it to Hollis. Gets a screen, dribbles over and hands it to Mills. Mills out near the center court circle. Gets around Hill down in the paint, and she'll put it up and in. She's the one that you really can't let get loose, so she'll score it about every time. The rest of them you probably can, but they're looking for her to score. Ritter with a little floater, it won't go. And a tie ball on the rebound. And it's going to be Alton's basketball. Well, the Donettes down by 12 with 3:17 to go, and not looking too rosy here at this point. Mills will inbound against full court pressure. Ball comes into Erickson. Dribbles up the left side. Sonora Mormon cuts her off and makes her reverse her dribble. Gets it across the timeline just in time, I think. Probably getting close to a 10 count. Mills hands it off to Hollis. And we're going to have a foul on Brittany Ritter. And there's not much else you can do. That's 4 on Ritter, unless you just want to let them dribble the clock out. Woodside comes back in for Alton. And she replaces Jordan Edwards. That's going to put Hollis at the free throw line. This will be Hollis's first trip to the line tonight. And it will be a 1-and-1. She has scored 4 points. And they finally missed one, but they get the offensive rebound. And Woodside puts it up no good. Fickey gets it this time, but Fickey let her get inside there. That's a cardinal sin in basketball. Let that second player up the lane, if you're on defense, to get the rebound on you. Ritter dribbling out front, 2:40 left. Donettes got to get some shots up. Nice move by Sonora Mormon, left-handed layup. Oh, she missed it. Callie Hill with a rebound, no good. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Donettes. The Donettes hitting the boards there, still playing hard, but can't get the shots to fall. 2:31 left. It's 42-30 in favor of Alton. We got a timeout, and it's a short one, so we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back right here on KYEC. Two minutes, 31 seconds left in the ball game, and it's 42-30 in favor of Alton. Donettes are going to have the ball underneath their own basket. Abby Wilfong will trigger it in for the Donettes. Into Sonora Mormon. Puts it on the floor, and she's going to be fouled. And that will send Mormon to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. Foul on number 22, Chandra Hollis, her second. 1-and-1, that's the 8th team foul. And Sonora Mormon has 9 points in the game. Puts it up, in and out. And Callie Hill gets the rebound, so that happened on the other end. She gives it to Mormon, and she puts it up and in from about 10 feet on the right side. So she has got 11 points, and it's a 10-point game with 2:15 left. Erickson reverses her dribble and hands it off to Mills. And Mills going to take it into the paint, and she lost it, but it come right back to her, so that's going to be a travel. Yeah. They're going to, Coach Hollis is claiming that it hit the Donettes player. What it did, but it didn't change possession. So that's a good call. So Donettes get the ball back, down by 10. Got to get some shots up in a hurry here. Mormon going to take it down to the baseline. She stopped fall-away jumper, and she was stumbling as she went down and missed the shot. And Mills is quickly back into the front court. Takes it down to the corner. Now she's going to back it back out, and they're going to try to run some clock. Gives it to Erickson between the circles. Out to Benson. Erickson, Hollis, and Benson. Now, Hollis traveled with it, and then she dribbled to the free throw line and stopped. And so that's a couple turnovers in a row. Donettes didn't make them pay on the first one. We'll see what they do here. Time's getting short, 42-32 with 1:34 left in the game. Mormon down in the paint, and she's going to be fouled, and that's going to go against Hollis, I believe. That will be 3 on her. And Sonora Mormon will shoot a 1-and-1. She missed the front end of a 1-and-1 there just a few seconds ago. And this one's good, so that'll earn her the bonus. And she has tied Shaylee Fickey for team scoring honors here tonight with 12. Donettes haven't got much scoring out of anybody else, though. And this one's good. Give Sonora Mormon 13 and make the lead 8. Erickson into the front court. Coach Moore looking up at the clock here, deciding whether he wants to foul or not. I believe Benson's got the ball. I think I would see if she could shoot free throws. And the Donettes get a steal. Mormon down the right side, crossover dribble, and it's taken away from her. Ball loose on the floor and picked up by Alton. And then we got a foul on the Donettes. Boy, Sonora would have just pulled up there. She had teammates open out here in the middle of the floor. That foul on Callie Hill, her third. And it's Haley Erickson at the free throw line. She's 2 out of 2. She's got 4 points. And she gets the bounce and it goes down. They've only missed 1, but all the makes have been by Erickson and Mills. And neither one of those has missed one yet. And they still haven't. Both free throws good. 6 points for Haley Erickson. Callie Hill double teamed and her pass batted away. Picked up by Erickson. She's got Woodside wide open. But before she can, I think they called an intentional foul on Callie Hill for pulling the shirt. Yep, they're calling an intentional foul. They said she grabbed her jersey. And so that means she'll get to shoot 2 free throws and then they'll get the ball. Which I think that was a frustration foul after a long week of basketball for the Donettes. Which actually they've won. They lose this game, they'll be 3-3. This free throw good by Erickson. They continue to knock them in from the free throw line. They will be 3-3 in this last 6 games, but their record will go to 7-5. And they finally missed one, but it went down in and come back out. So they just barely missed that one. 45-34 with 58 seconds left in the ball game. Alton up by 11. They have the basketball. Inbounds pass comes into Erickson, and she's going to be fouled by Shaylee Fickey. I think all you're doing is prolonging the agony here with the way that they've shot free throws, especially Erickson and Mills. I believe I'd try to let somebody else get a hold of the basketball and foul them first if I could. Of course, they're going to try to keep it in those two's hands probably. And the free throw good by Erickson. Well, she has made 6 out of 7 now, and she's got 8 points. And this one's good. She's made 7 out of 8. 9 points. And Mills has made 8 out of 8. Ritter's cross-court pass to Fickey, down into the paint. Little runner up off the glass, too hard. And a rebound comes down to Mills with 40 seconds left. And Fickey's going to foul Mills. That's going to be 4 on Fickey. And again, they're going to keep the ball in Mills and Erickson's hands as much as possible. And Mills knocks it in. She has 25 in the game. And we got Roberts coming in, Huffstedler, Cooper, number 15, Kaylee Keplinger, her first action, and Edwards is going to come in for Mills, probably after she makes this free throw. 10 out of 10 at the line for her, and Erickson is 2, 4, 6, 7 out of 8. And it's 49-34. The game, the final score of this game is not going to indicate how close the game it was, though. Fickey for 3, no good. Cooper with a rebound. And a steal there by Wilfong. Nice hustle by Abby Wilfong. Nice hustle. She goes to the floor, and we got a tie ball. I think it'll belong to the Donettes, I believe. A nice hustle there. Down to 26 seconds to go. You're down by 15, but you're still diving from the floor to the floor for basketballs. Brittany Ritter with the basketball, 24 seconds left. She's open at the head of the key, gonna fire up a 3, no good. And Callie Hill hustling, trying to save it, but she can't get it before it goes out of bounds. 18 seconds left, and it's 49-34. As I said, the final score is not gonna indicate how good of a basketball game this was tonight. And that happens a lot of times when you start fouling at the end when you got a lead. Freeze with the basketball, dribbles out front, gives it to Edwards, over to Cooper. She gives it to Huffstedler, and they're going to run it out here. And the final score is Alton 49 and the Donettes 34. Alton put up 35 in the second half, and the Donettes can only manage 19. And the Donettes were actually up by a point at the half, but they fall here. 49-34, go to 7-5 on the season. Well, come to think of it, that was a 15-point loss, and that's what they lost by last Friday night. 49-34 is our final. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back to run down the scoring for you. Been listening to the Donettes on KYEC 88.3 FM.